can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. With the Arizona Cardinals. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Jordan Hicks, third in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. Like 20. Check, 43. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. 21. Here we go. I got you. 43's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now from Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rolling to his left. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Gain of 7. Brings up second.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They hand it off to Mostert. They find some open field here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the Cardinals' 23-yard line.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
11. Watch out. He's checking. 21. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game? Or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his 2nd straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now,
looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 2nd and very short, Garoppolo. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Cardinals nothing.
Here's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to...
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
58, come on. 65. 21.
2nd down and goal. Garoppolo escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season, 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
The quick slant caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go.
Makes the score.
And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Nothing.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They run toss to the right with Drake. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
He was brought down.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep, and this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Christian Kirk, 38 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
The kick is
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Niners 10. Cardinals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On the handoff, this is Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Check, 43. Mark 43.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first down, Drake. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Murray again. This is Drake. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Murray on third down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run. It's Drake. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert the first half is winding down, and the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Niners 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
The tackle made at the
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Drake. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
From the gun, Murray, and able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
First down, Arizona.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He's taken down at the 30.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Flush to his right. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 58, boys. 58, Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Hey, gun.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
11 more yards.
11 more on that one and another first down.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert. His second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Niners 24, Cardinals 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Robbie Gould to kick off for.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
Open man is born. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Yeah, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Mark 43! Mark 43! I got it. 13! 13! Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Come on. You better bring.
Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 12.
11.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Leads to 3rd down and 14.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second and 8.
Let's go, defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
19 yards. And the Cardinal 1st down.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
For DeAndre Hopkins, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray, one final try. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. So the victory here for San Francisco. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for San Francisco, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.